Hi all, I apologise. I think it's time for an update on what's going on with the 720. This has definitely taken my time recently, but it's back together now. As you can see, it appeared at Grease Fest. Drove it all the way back, of course, and it's looks great, turned out great. You can see interior's done the match as well. But of course, this channel is about the 720. So I had recorded a bunch of stuff, and I had been meaning to edit it, put it together, put a bit of a decent episode for you guys. But what has actually been happening is I've been trying to paint, which is really why I got the car, so I can actually learn to paint. I put in some lower bump stops in the front, and I put a bunch of panels. I had a crack at the guard the first time and the bonnet the first time. What I was basically having an issue with was the mixture of base coat to the thinners. It was coming out a bit too dry. So I was not getting the shine out of the acrylic that I wanted. I went away, thought about it, realised that was probably what the case was, and it was also probably about my speed of the gun. So I had another crack today. Again, I recorded it. But that video corrupted, so it looks like all the recordings I've done so far to show you some of the progress of the car, in particularly painting and whatnot, hasn't worked out for me, but hopefully I'll get my recording process down soon so we can actually get some decent video footage of me doing the work in progress. The guard has now been repainted and re-cleared. Now, it probably looks all right in the video, but especially because it hasn't been cut and buffed and whatnot, but what I've found is I've got basically through here and just in the front of the guard, what they call a tiger stripe. So it's obviously where I've gone a bit light in that area and I didn't get that wet finish on it. So I'm still learning the technique, I suppose, for painting, especially I'd probably get away with it if it was 2-pack because the clear would have really fixed that up. But with acrylic, I really got to get that consistent coat, that wet coat, to get the shine out of it that I want. So good news is I'll just send it back. I've got plenty of paint. I'll give it a go again, and then hopefully I'll get more of an idea of what my technique is and my setup is so that I can get a good first crack out of the next few panels and they can do the rest of the car and it should look good. So hopefully, right? That's what the plan is. But there it is. That's the first, well, actually that's the second attempt at the guard. Hopefully third time's a charm. I will, any further progress, I'll keep you guys updated and hopefully we'll see more of this thing getting done so we can see it on the road shortly.